So I was not at Funnel Hacking 2022, but I know that Russell gave out this presentation. I have not seen it. And he kind of did this whole, kind of like a Marvel Universe thing, this whole phase one, phase two thing, which I love. And he kind of walked through kind of what all these new features are. So can you just walk us through the features, what's new, and also like how it's different from the original ClickFunnels versus ClickFunnels 2.0? And just so you know, I've not seen this new ClickFunnels 2.0, so I'm probably gonna have a lot of questions.
Right. So I think before we get into the how is it different, we really need to understand the why they did it in the first place, right? So just a quick background is for the last 6 years since they launched ClickFunnels, they've started off with 10,000 users and it went to 20, then 30, and then they really exploded to like 100. And pretty much for the last 2 years, they've been hovering around the 110,000, 120,000 level of users. And I think they realized that they wanted to establish themselves as the category king of funnels, right? So we are the best funnel building software in the world, and they have accomplished that. So I think this plateau and this level off that they've seen, they had the opportunity to sell the entire company for over $1 billion. They got $1 billion offer. They were going to take it. They were going to sell it. And then pretty much at the end of it, they got cold feet. And I think Russell just realized, like, he went to Todd. He flew to Todd's house in Atlanta, like in the middle of the night, and he showed up at his front door and he was pretty much like, hey man, I got to talk to you. What do you think about this move we're about to make? And then they both same time said, we don't want to do it. And I think they just realized, like, hey, what are the chances of us building something bigger? What are the chances of us building this kind of community, this culture, this movement again? But if they're going to continue it, they couldn't just continue as only trying to be the category king of funnels. They had to make an exponential, monumental jump. So a big part of that jump that they've been talking about in the last 12 months is going into the e-commerce sector, right? So going out of just experts and focusing on, like, let's take on Shopify, because Shopify, publicly traded companies, like billions of dollars. There's a huge market there to tap into that e-commerce side. And instead of being known as the category king of funnels, they want to be the category king all-in-one business solution. So they said, if we take this monumental exponential approach and do this monumental exponential jump, the current software and platform in its current existence is not capable of doing that. So we need to rebuild it and rebuild it from the ground up. So you're right, about 2 years ago, they started this rebuild. They brought in a whole new expert dev team to do this. And Todd, who's the CTO of ClickFunnels, who's the Robin to Russell's Batman in the company, where he oversees the tech and the tech team and the software side, and Russell's the sales, the marketing, et cetera. He brought in this whole new team to rebuild the platform from the ground up to do all of these things that they want to roll out in this phase one, phase two approach, and take it to the point where they're not just trying to get from 100 to 120,000, 250,000 users to 200,000. They want to get to over 1 million users. And that is the quantum exponential movement that they're trying to do, being because they've really tapped out everyone who is building funnels, knows about funnels, is funnel aware. They're probably already using it, or they've decided to use a different platform. So the only way for them to grow now is going into the beginner level, throwing the rocks at the websites, getting the people who are using different platforms for different things, and being known as that all-in-one business platform solution if you have an online business. So that's the why behind the how.